again.
Oh.
We're actually going to interview him in person this time, and we've got Adrian from Passive Income Investing and Erica. Yeah, so we're going to be going over there and interviewing pretty soon here. So I'll just keep the stream going, or actually, you're going to interview us.
Oh, I'm going to give you guys
Yeah.
some questions.
Oh, look who
Absolutely.
it is. He's in there, yeah.
Hello, Max. Hello.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
We're live streaming here.
Oh, it was all three of you.
Are you next?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
We put Chris Mullen on the hot seat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He may not ever be the same.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they grilled him.
A lot of option knowledge with that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You let us know when you have a free slot, and we'll, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Should we squeeze in there?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're
Yep.
squeezing, guys.
We'll be quick. All right, let's go.
Good
Good job, guys. Yep.
More and more honesty with and openness with the finances.
Oh, wow, this is a nice room.
Yeah. Wow.
Should we sit like, anybody have a
Wherever you
preference
guys
for?
wanna sit? Andre, where do you want to set up the camera? Like this way?
Yeah, let's
We
do
look
this
at
in the
that?
corner.
This facing that?
Maybe
Yeah.
like that nice corner over
Yeah.
there? Amazing. Okay.
Does anybody want the spot here?
Go ahead.
Or, okay.
Actually, give me 1 second to set up. This thing can hit everything though.
So this is a library.
There's the library.
Cool.
Hello.
I think the Wolf of Wall Street's over there. I was looking at that before.
Oh, wow, yeah.
The real jump.
That's cool. Excuse me, I'm gonna put my phone over here,
So
actually.
that doll, that's you, right? That bobblehead.
It's supposed to.
That's him, yeah.
It was, by the way, it was a
So
surprise
that
to me. I did not
is-
think that. I did not.
I think that's gonna be my.
I'm gonna
question.
set
How
this.
does it feel to be like so famous now? Kind of like a mini celebrity.
I will tell you something funny that happened on the street
It's working on
yesterday. So I was
Oh, is
walking
it?
on Park
I've got
Avenue,
mine going,
58, 59 to go into one of our primes to go meet with them. Some guy on the street just stops and, love YieldMax! And kept
Nice.
going. I was like, I got called
you
out
told
on
me,
Park
yeah.
Avenue. Yeah, it was hilarious.
you told us.
Fun stuff. And by the way, that only happens because of you guys.
Right.
Right? It doesn't happen for me. You know, what am I on Bloomberg once every quarter?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen because of that. It
There's
happens
more of a
because what
reach,
you do.
I think on social media, there's more of a reach than there is in the traditional media now.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
so 180.
Yeah.
Retail investors.
That's okay.
Yeah.
A second.
Yeah, it's
just
so
testing.
Best,
Yeah.
best place to reach retail.
Yep.
I don't think much retail, it's more
Mhm.
watch the BNN and business news.
You know, so my son is 19,
Mhm.
right? And I talked to him about this, and he goes, Dad, people trust people that are just educating you. But if like you're educating and it seems like there's a catch, even if it's the same material, there's a little level of distrust if
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
catch. Like, unlike more, like, so he's teaching himself to play golf on YouTube. By the way, it's almost impossible because no, you can never do that. But like,
Yeah.
that's how he's trying to like absorb stuff. And you know, investing, of course, he gets plenty of info from me. But
Yeah.
just in general, he'll still look. His friends look. And he'll send me videos. This guy right or wrong, Dad. So it's the way things are going. You guys are on the forefront of this, and amazing work. And we could see the difference. I don't know if you guys have seen a difference just when you get to talk about more interesting funds, if it drives up more
Oh, yeah.
viewership,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
nice.
So,
Yeah.
For sure. Especially when
There's
something's
definitely a
newer.
lot of interest in Max.
Yes.
It just because of the uniqueness of that.
yeah, and I think it gives people like it's a tool, it's a utility. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I've got an idea now that I can use this thing versus just a buy hold yourself,
Exactly.
right? Now it gives me literally gives
More
me
options.
options. Yeah. So I do think that
Does my
is
phone have everyone in there?
Yeah, I got everyone except for actually, yeah, half of you.
Okay.
Okay.
If you move down there, you're all in it. Yep.
All right.
All right, we sit down right here, be fine.
All
Okay.
right. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna rapid fire. We got 10 minutes
All
here
right.
before we gotta start the
The actual stuff.
over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on that side.
Or Andre, why don't you come
Yeah.
over
Yeah,
here?
yeah,
He doesn't bite.
Hard. Who said that? Who said that line?
Yeah.
That's not mine, but I didn't make that up.
You're the best fund manager for views, by the way. Like, I've had others on, and yeah, you're definitely the one.
It obviously has to do with my wonderful good looks.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the content. Well, actually, how do you want to start? You want to kick it off?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Andre McClendon. Today we're having a live interview with Jay from YieldMax, and we have THB, and we also have
Adrian, passive income investing.
Erica from
Erica.
Passive Income Investing.
yeah, and we're gonna have a full talk out. So if you guys watch the live, have any questions, we can't see the questions and comments. So basically, we're just gonna have a full conversation with Jay.
Great. Well, first off, I want to thank you, everybody, for making the trip up to New York Stock Exchange. I gotta tell you, Ringing the Bell is wonderful, but I actually really appreciate all the supports that you guys have given us and being here. It actually, I was very much looking forward to just seeing all of you, and I think our interaction over the last year or so. You were first, of course, Adrian, but all of that spot. You're number one. That first put us on the line, and thank you for
Thanks
that.
for accepting right away. Yes.
So no, like I've been appreciative of the community, and so really my thanks to everybody and the support for the products.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, am I grilling you guys?
Yes, you're grilling
okay.
us.
All right. Can you explain to me on I'll start with you first. Down days, right? We see down days. We see more volume on down days. Nvidia's been down the last 2 days. We've seen more volume in Nvidia than we have in any other days. I think we'll probably eclipse 3 million shares today, 2.5 million shares today.
Incredible.
What's going on? Why the inflows on down days?
People like the dollar cost average and buy on down days, rather buy on down days than on up days, right? So I think people get excited because, especially a hot stock like Nvidia, they're looking at a time to get in. So if they see a rare down day, they'll get in. And what I like about the YieldMax is it offers a little hedge. So people might think Nvidia is at the top, right? The stock is not gonna, maybe it's not gonna go, it's too high. So let me get the YieldMax because at least I'll be getting that high monthly income.
And it's a little higher, I guess, when it's down, when the price is down.
Right.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah,
yield will
the
be a little
yield,
higher.
yeah, exactly. The opposite happens with the yield when the stock price goes up. The yield goes up, right? So it's always more exciting, especially for an income investor, because you do want to maximize your yield every month. So it's the basics are the same, just like you're buying a Nvidia by itself. This is the YieldMax one, but you're still really investing in Nvidia. So of course you want to get it when it's low. And it's a hot stock right now. It's the hot stock. It used to be Tesla.
Yeah, and I'm just picking that one up, but there's a handful of them that we just always see the inflows when Tesla was down originally. It was the first one we saw a lot of flows on the down day. I was like, oh no, they're selling. Nope, they're buying on that day. Right?
It makes
So it's
people feel
interesting.
good.
Buy cheaper.
Buy cheaper.
Buy low, sell high. I've heard
Yes.
that's important.
Yes, I think.
Yeah, that's all
But
that's
I
it.
think with all the influencers now educating people of actually the advantage of when the stock goes down, you're actually able to DCA, dollar cost average, or get into the stock at a price point that you're looking for. So I think people are more, I guess they have more information, they're more intelligent now with their investments, and they're looking for those down days. They actually prefer it. I mean, I know in our community, whenever we see people discussing in our Facebook groups or Discord channel, they love to see the down days because they're scooping up shares at a cheaper deal, and it's you know what they say, you make your most money in a bear market. So that's
Yes.
All right. Well, look, we see it in the behavior for sure.
yeah.
All right, Andre, I'm going to give you this one. I know you've not always been my biggest fan in the world, and that's okay. I still love having you here. I think, by the way, sharpest dressed person here. Just want
Right.
to say that out of the
Absolutely,
gate.
I agree.
YieldMax, the brand. We have seen, we were first on a lot of funds, right? We kind of, first single stock, alternative income strategy, all those kinds of things. But we were not first on some concepts like our Bitcoin fund, like YBit. And I know you're more of a crypto focus. Yet we see inflows and volume exceeding all the other covered call Bitcoin funds. Any thought as to, is it the brand? Is it the trusted portfolio manager? Is it just that it's part of, YieldMax and it gets volume? Like, what do you think is driving additional volume in that particular fund where we weren't first, right? We were second. There's a congruent product out there. Tell me your thoughts here.
I'll say the main thing is popularity. You're a very approachable guy, like very trustable. And when it comes to cryptocurrency and your guys' product with that, it just combines it into like a easy thing to get into. So like when you were talking about Coney or getting into crypto, I'm like, well, he's into crypto. I'm not the biggest proponent of YieldMax, but you're a trustable guy, especially you know what you're talking about. I can buy into it, and I think others do the exact same thing.
So you're saying it's Jay. It's all Jay that they're buying. I'm kidding, of course. Well, no, I mean, that's helpful to know. Like, we've always thought, like, hey, there's a little halo effect from the YieldMax brand. Good to hear that. It's a trust factor. Like, we always say we're in the trust business, right? You wouldn't put your money with somebody you don't trust, right? We talked about that earlier, about even following somebody's live stream or following a YouTube channel. You want to trust the investor. All right, great answer. I think you still like me. I really do. Okay, all right, Coach. I got this one for you. So when you're talking to people about how you allocate funds like this and what to do with these kinds of funds, like what's the number 1, 2, and 3 thing you tell them about using products like YieldMax in a portfolio?
So I like 50% in like income funds and then 50% in the underlying, like I think you've said. And I like if they want income, if they're close to retirement, I say, you know, absolutely go for it as much as you want. You know?
You don't mind.
Yeah.
Over allocate.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, so I like to pick good
No,
companies.
it's a loaded question, by the way,
Yeah.
because you give me loaded questions all the time. So I would say, look, obviously you don't know all the details,
Yeah.
the risk tolerance and all that about
Yeah.
the investor, but when you think about where these fit, so income,
Mhm.
do you think of them as growth at all?
They can be. I mean, like
Sure.
NVDY, certainly, based on how NVIDIA is done. Coney was doing great at the turn of the year. I mean, it's still up. I mean, some of these are like up 100% in total
Somewhat.
return. Yeah.
Somewhat.
So yeah, and you've got the inverse ones now. So, and also YMAX and YMAG.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
YieldMax is one of those products that we think is great for an allocator
Mhm.
and even diversifying some of the risk, right? So now there's how many in there? 21
Yeah.
are in there. There will be probably 30 by the end of the year, at least in YieldMax itself.
Mhm.
So now I'm creating a little more diversification, lower volatility. I think, and I don't know the number right off the top of my head, but up until last week, YieldMax was outperforming the Qs and had lower volatility than the Qs. Like, this is exactly what a yield product is supposed to do for you,
Yep.
but still provide some of the growth.
Mhm.
So, well, I'm making a commercial here. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
I like the idea though of buying, like getting the YieldMax income and then basically buying the underlying, like with the income, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
What's the one thing you always ask of me? What do you want me to do?
Leverage.
Leverage.
We want some leverage.
So what do you guys think about leveraged YieldMax?
That would actually be interesting.
I'm a big fan of like some of the 3x leveraged funds, like
Ooh,
S&P, NASDAQ.
yes.
That's
It's getting hot in here.
They're very
That's
risky.
crazy.
I'm very risky, but like the way I look at it, okay, like NASDAQ, S&P, like the market long term always up.
Mhm.
So why not?
Yeah. Yeah,
Why not?
there are very popular S&P, NASDAQ, 2x, 3x. I
Mhm.
think leverage makes my personal opinion, makes the most sense on something like a YMAX.
Yeah.
Because YMAX, my personal favorite, I have it in literally my retirement account, my dad's retirement account.
Mhm.
His is cash flowing, he's using the income, mine is on drip.
Mhm.
So you asked before, income or growth. Listen, you turn on the drip, that's a growth investment, just with time.
You compound those
So,
shares, right?
yeah.
And like you said, what happens when the market it
Yeah,
always
long
goes
term,
up long
there's
term?
1 or 2 years where it's down,
Mhm.
but it's long term always up.
10-year period, 5-year
Yeah.
period even, it's always up.
Yeah.
So YMAX is, the more it gets diversified, the more it's looking like a NASDAQ or an S&P. So that's something I'm very comfortable adding leverage to because I'm holding it long term. So I think with YMAX especially, it makes a lot of sense. And there's great leverage covered call ETFs in Canada that have been out for a while where investors have the choice. You have the leverage version, the non-leverage version. If you feel comfortable, if you're gonna, depending on your goals, if you're gonna hold it long term and just drip it.
But Adrian, in all fairness, how much leverage do they use? Not
Not
3x.
much.
No,
A little bit.
So
Very
1.25x, so 25%.
Just a little extra.
It's just a little.
I might be
boost.
okay with a little extra.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
3x.
My sweet spot I think would be 25% is good. I could go 50. I could go 33, 50. Anything at 2x, like 100% leverage. Maybe with an S&P 500, something diversified, it would be okay. But personally, I'm very comfortable between 1.25 and 1.5 max. But that's just me. I'm sure.
Listen, you're the one asking. I just wanted to know the opinion, and you've asked me more than once. So
Yeah,
I
there is
I
an
hear you.
appetite.
Yeah,
There's an appetite for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would say almost more of a blended product or index product than a single stock.
I think it makes more sense, and maybe you could start with that. See the demand, and but yeah, imagine a leverage Coney or Nvidia. That would be crazy too with the
You
compounding.
might have run those numbers.
I think if you did leveraged S&P, NASDAQ, and Russell, I think there would definitely be demand for those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They make their way into the index lower risk category, but
Yeah.
maybe a boost in yield.
Mhm.
Got it.
Like I will say, I use a S&P, like the triple one, and it's done phenomenally. Yeah.
Well, it's been a good period.
Yeah.
People are buying these because one reason, especially my community, they're I'm not gonna say lazy, but lazy. They don't want to write their own covered calls.
Mhm.
There's another spectrum of people that don't want to borrow money, don't want to use their own margin, manage that, and have the worry. So they let the fund manager take care of not only the calls, but the margin as well. So the leverage as well. So I think it's very there is a demand for that type of investor.
Got it. Okay. So now I got a social media question for you guys in the last few minutes. So would you say is your biggest challenge as you're trying to create distribution and get followers? Like, what is the hardest thing for you to overcome in that world?
The hardest thing would be managing my schedule, managing family, and getting on the YouTube basically, because YouTube is my biggest platform, and doing the streams, because it takes so much time doing the investigation, studying, and building up for the video, that I'm already lost 4 or 5 hours trying to make the video. So it's basically me to be managing the time and the content, because I want the content to be as professional and as good as possible, but I did not lose everything else for time and family.
Got it. And Coach, similar question to you. You're on the internet. You got lovers and haters, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
how do you deal with that? How do you deal with both sides of that?
Oh, it's fun. A part of me likes the drama. It's fun, but I try to manage it. But it's tough managing schedules and all that. Like I was telling Rod, retirement dividends. Like my hat's off. Like I don't know how he does it. You know, with everything he has going on, and that's the biggest challenge growing is the schedule. Like maintaining a schedule, like 2 a day, morning, evening.
Yeah.
If I could get to that, I think it would go a lot faster.
I mean, I know Adrian, when you do videos, you're like, Jay, it'll be out in 4 weeks. Like you have them queued up, ready to
Yeah.
go. You have production that you go into.
I-
Maybe expand on that a little bit.
Yeah, scheduling is no longer a problem for me. I think I've
Nice.
mastered it. My schedule, I try to do 2 videos a week, and I pre-record them. Obviously, I try to have the 2-3 weeks lined up in a row. So it's just a matter of finding that consistency and doing routine that works best for you. But it's very easy. It's a lot easier when you're doing what you love. So, but I have to say there is a lot of competition now. There's many YouTubers that are covering these funds and income-oriented investing in general. So that's obviously slows down your increasing your subs. But as long as you keep at it and you try to get the valid, honest information. That's why I love having the professionals on, the fund managers, so they hear the information directly from the source. And we're all there to learn, right? So as long as you're trying to educate, and I think another important thing, especially financial influencers, you should show people what you're doing. If you're gonna talk about investing, you better be transparent and show.
That's right.
And some of my most popular videos are my portfolio unveiled videos, because it gives people they have something to look at, and they trust you more because okay, this guy's actually invested in what he's talking about, so it makes a big difference.
Okay. All right.
Now, in fairness, like I may show mine, but like my Tesla position, I'll just show like the income part of it. Yeah.
Yes.
But
Well, listen,
but
we
no.
all love that one and hate that one for
Oh,
different
yeah,
reasons,
yeah.
right? It's
But
good to
see, you're at a much different stage. I
I
think.
show
like,
everything.
well, yeah, you do. For me, like when I do the YieldMax stuff, like they'll get 2,000 or 3,000 views, but like it's dead after like a day. So I have to keep the volume for me has to be a lot more. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any closing comments, guys?
Oh, just one funny question, I guess.
Oh.
Did you really think I was gonna wear the money shirt?
Yeah. I thought it was perfect. I was like, I can't wait to see him up on the balcony with the money shirt. Look, I appreciate the tie.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody
Yeah.
looking very good.
Uh-huh.
So it's all good stuff.
Yeah.
I got one quick question.
Yeah, man.
I'm just curious. How does it feel knowing you manage, you're making a lot of people very happy? And I mean, these funds are retirees own them, and we get comments all the time. Adrian, you helped me so much. I was so lost, and I always give props. Like I give props to the fund manager. I know you guys probably don't get as much praise, but I definitely praise you. How does it feel knowing that so many people, you're helping so many people that you've never met with their retirement income, just income in general, cash flow? I mean,
And just improving their life.
Change
Yeah,
their lives.
I would say it is always, this is gonna sound really weird, but it has always kind of been my goal here of evangelizing options for longer term portfolios.
uh-huh.
When I was at TD Ameritrade and implemented all of the option work and the education work that I was doing there, right? It was just helping the end investor be a little better.
Mhm.
When I launched my firm, Zega Financial, it was like, we're gonna put out great option strategies. And it was hard getting the word out there, right? But it was always about that. It was always about showing people options aren't only a speculative vehicle.
Yeah.
And so I feel good that adoption is happening now. But thanks to the awareness, right? Like I joke a little to my team, like the overnight success took 14 years to create, right? It was one of those scenarios. We had this infrastructure, we've been doing these strategies, I've been running these for years, just it ended up being the vehicle and the awareness and this kind of wonderful circle of life where the end investor gets the benefit. I feel like we're doing our job.
And you've said these strategies were reserved like in the 80s for like.
Yeah, we didn't invent cover calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and some of these complicated using synthetics, you could only find that in a hedge fund.
Yeah.
Or you couldn't find that in an ETF. So it took some catch up on the regulatory rules to allow these things to happen. So, you know, we're happy that it's people are adopting it.
Yeah.
Thank you for that question. All
Awesome.
right, we got a bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, wow. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got that on 4K. Oh my god.
I'm too used to like 35 degree weather.
My audience keeps complaining about, oh, you need 1080p on the stream.
Wow. So, dang, it's a lot of people. Let's see.
17. Oh, I'm getting the same.
I can't wait to post this one on 4K.
These people's comments crack me up. I'm just gonna keep it going until I walk back. Yeah. Well, that was fun. So he interviewed us for a change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we ended up getting like 20 minutes. Oh, but I started before we walked in there.
I think I posted more in 2 days.
Yeah.
Just
Same.
and it's
Was
not-
were we this way? I think I'm lost. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, all right, we're gonna start those panels soon.
Okay.
So if you want to use the restroom or something, you gotta
Awesome.
try and
Yeah.
straight in.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can chop and edit it up.
Yep. Chop it up.
And we have good audio in there.
Right. All right. They're up. All right, so we're doing a panel. All right, I'm gonna end this one here. Thanks everyone for tuning in. That was great. That's like our 6th time talking to Jay on here.
I'll be right back.
Like, comment, and subscribe, and join Discord, and we'll see you soon. Bye.